Hey guys, it's Claire from Tired Tales. I have Billy here. We are going to start conditioning place work. What is place work, you might ask? Well, you give your dog the command to place. It essentially means go hang out on this bed or cot, give yourself a mental job, and hang out there until I release you. So, we always recommend our clients start conditioning place 3 or so times a day, about 5 minutes at a time. It doesn't take a lot. So what we do is we start with our dog on a leash. We do not use treats for place work. A lot of trainers do. If that works for you, that's great. We just don't suggest it because we find when the dogs are waiting for the treat, there's a lot of anticipatory behavior and they're really just waiting for the next treat. They're not really truly finding true relaxation, which is our goal with place work. So I have Billy here. We have our leash, always have a leash. We are going to guide them over to the cot and we are going to say, place. As they put that front paw on the cot, we say the word place. I am not giving any obedience. I'm not saying SIT, DOWN, nothing like that. No food, nothing. Just the word place. I get that nice eye contact. I'm going to use her release word, which is okay. And I'm going to guide her off the cot. Then I'm going to go again, place. Say the word place. Just really gently lead her on. If you need to, you can use a little spatial pressure, little leash pressure, and then you want to make sure you release that pressure. So we want to make sure we're not holding leash pressure or spatial pressure on when she's doing what we ask. So we always make sure to open the pressure, open the door. Okay. She gave that nice eye contact. We lead her back over, place. And I like to make sure to enter the cot from all directions so they're not only thinking place is when I go on this way or this way or this way. I like to start in the house so you can start dropping the leash so they're not just going to associate staying on place because you're holding their leash. You can, do a little, knocking on the door, kind of moving around, adding a little distractions. And then, so the 3Ds are distance, how far can I physically get from her? Duration, how long can she hold it? And then distraction is the third D. So, how we like to teach it is really just working on 1D at a time. So, duration, distance, distraction. And then, distraction to me is the biggest one. The mailman coming to the door, somebody coming to visit, a kid running by, another dog walking by. If she were to get off here, I would just gently lead her back onto the cot. I don't say place again. I only say place again when I have released her. I've given her the okay command, and then I will say place again. But if she just gets off on her own, I just lead her back on there. And while we're conditioning place, I don't care if she's doing handstands, cartwheels, she can do whatever she wants on there. As long as all four paws are on the cot, I'm happy. And the reason I do like to use these nice elevated beds is because they're about 6 to 8 inches elevated off the floor. So it's a very clear space where I'm asking her to be, as opposed to if we use a bath mat or a dog bed. It's a little more confusing for them. But eventually, the goal is you can bring a bath mat to a winery. You could bring, a towel, a dog bed, anything really. But while we are teaching it, I do like to use these elevated cots. And I would suggest you moving it around your house to start with, so it's being conditioned in different places. Then you can also go do it in your yard, do it in front of your house. But just remember, you're going to want to have it a little bit better conditioned in the house before you go outside. There's just a lot more distractions out there. And another thing with place work is make sure you have the leash on, because if she were to get off, we want to be able to reinforce it. And then when they understand it a little better, you can have a tether so they understand they need to really stay there. With place work, like I said before, it's really best practiced for shorter durations throughout the day. So, what I like to suggest clients, if you have a computer job, start practicing with your cot next to your desk. If you're sitting drinking coffee, do it then. Your kids are doing homework, eating dinner, but just keep in mind with the eating dinner, that might be too great of a distraction for your dog. But just start practicing 5 minutes here and there, and I guarantee you, your dog will get really good at place work. And it's amazing, amazing mental work for these dogs. And yeah, it's really cool to just kind of watch it happen. I'm curious to see. I thought she was maybe gonna lay down right there. But anyways, hope that helps. Bye guys.